Hello, I'm Andrew Hoagland, and in this video we're going to talk about marketing campaigns and how to create a marketing campaign, and also once you have a campaign, the different marketing mediums that you should use with that marketing campaign. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is really a marketing campaign, okay? And how does marketing differ from advertising? In my mind, marketing is really creating a call to action for a specific client type, a specific person or group of people that you're going after. And advertising is more brand awareness, saying, hey, our brand exists, not here's a problem and we have a solution to that problem. Okay, so those are two different things. And for most small businesses, you want to focus on marketing as opposed to brand awareness and branding. Okay, having the general public just know that your brand exists isn't all that important as making sales. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but for most small businesses, your product doesn't appeal to every person on the planet. It's not like Coke. Everybody drinks fluids, so Coke really appeals to every person on the planet. So if you actually have a product that appeals to everybody, young and old, then you should think about actual brand awareness and brand advertising. But for most businesses, you want to focus more on marketing. And what marketing is having a specific call to action targeted to an exact client type. Okay, so that's what we call marketing campaign. So the first thing you want to do is you want to identify your call to action for your client type. Is what do you want your client type, your specific market segment that you're going after, what do you want them to do? Okay? How do you want them to become someone who you aren't aware of to become a lead or a prospect to be someone you are aware of? Okay? How do you want that to take place? How are you going to go after them? Now, this is, again, we've been saying this throughout, this is going to differ depending on who you're going after, okay? In my business, my business is marketing, specifically online marketing, and we target different types of small businesses. So if I'm going to go after the real estate small business, so I'm going after realtors and real estate brokers, that's going to be a different marketing campaign than if I'm going after, let's say, an insurance broker or someone who's in the insurance industry. Or that's going to be different if I'm going after someone who's selling an actual widget, who's selling, let's say, motorcycle parts. I'm going to have a different campaign because my solution is going to solve different problems. It's a different problem for a realtor, different problem for an insurance broker, different problem to a guy who's creating motorcycle parts and selling motorcycle parts. Okay, so really you're going to create a different call to action for each of those client types. So think in your mind and as you go through the documentation, think about what your call to action is going to be. Is it going to be, give me a call? Is it going to be, download some information that you have providing free, which I would say that's a really good call to action. Download some free information, so that you can get into the sales funnel that you have, get your sales reps if you have them going after them. So think about that call to action. Let's say I'm a brick and mortar business. Let's say, I'm selling mattresses out of my mattress store and I'm generating a marketing campaign around that. Well, a call to action might be, bring in a coupon. Coupons are great. Might be bring in a coupon. So that might be my call to action. So really identify your call to action. And once you've identified your call to action for your specific client type, then you need to decide where you're going to put that call to action. Are you going to stand on the rooftop and shout it out? Are you going to buy some TV ad space? What are you going to do with your call to action to get people who haven't heard of you to have heard of you and then to become a lead for you so that you can go into the sales process? Okay, that's really the crux of marketing. Take someone who has never heard of you, have them learn about you, and become a lead into your sales process. Okay, so in our business, we've identified 12 different marketing mediums that you can target and you can go after. And in the documentation, we have questions that will help you identify which of these marketing mediums you should go after, because all of these marketing mediums don't fit for every client type. Okay, and I'll give you some examples as we run through them. So the first marketing medium, and these aren't in any particular order, the first marketing medium is video marketing. Okay, video marketing. And what do I mean by video marketing? I mean creating videos, posting them on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is, most people consider it one of the top 3 websites on the planet. Facebook is used very often, Google's used a lot, and YouTube is used a ton. I mean, why do you think Google bought YouTube for billions of dollars? Okay, it's a great tool. So video marketing is a great place to be. So we have questions around, should video marketing be something that you should use? If your client type that you go after, if they make decisions based on relationship and feeling, then video is a great tool. Okay, that's one of the questions. Okay, the next marketing medium I want to talk about is search engine marketing. Okay, so online marketing, search engine marketing. And this consists of pay-per-click marketing, SEO, this phrase SEO, Google ads, different places where you can market online. Now, remember, there's a lot of products and services out there where online marketing just doesn't make sense. Okay, just doesn't make sense. No one's going online and typing in for your services. So you need to think about that when you're identifying these marketing mediums, especially for search engine marketing. The client type that you're going after, are they actually going online looking for your products and services? If not, then you shouldn't spend a whole lot of time with search ads and SEO and that sort of thing. You should have a website for validity of your company, of course, but focused on SEO is really a non-issue. Okay. The third marketing medium are press releases. Okay. Does your solution that you have affect a lot of people, and is it press worthy? Can you see press running a story on your solution? If so, then press releases are a great marketing tool. Okay, great way to get the word out. The next marketing medium is social marketing. Now, we've all heard, social networking, social marketing, Facebook, Twitter, all this stuff. And I'm here to tell you, Facebook doesn't matter for a lot of marketing, a lot of products and services that are out there. Okay. For example, insurance. Insurance agents get all caught up in Facebook. But do you really care what your insurance agent is doing? Do you really care about the nuances of the what's what in the insurance business? Do you really care? And a good example of this is Geico. Geico is a large insurance company. Well, they have very, very few fans. They insure 12 million plus policy holders, but the number of people who actually have liked them on Facebook is something like 50,000. Okay, that's a huge discrepancy. Now, if you look at some of their marketing tools, like the Gecko and the Caveman, those two marketing tools have actual Facebook websites and have way more fans than the actual company. Because I care more about the funniness of the Gecko and what the Gecko is up to than I really care about Geico, the company. Okay, so keep that in mind. Social marketing, the social aspect. Does your product or service fit socially into where people are at? Think of this as like a dinner party, where there's 10 people all chatting at a dinner party, and you come in. Would you immediately start to sell all 10 people and tell them about this great solution you have? If that fits, then Facebook and social marketing is probably a good place to go. If it doesn't fit, then I wouldn't focus your business on social marketing. Okay? Next is kind of a lost art, telemarketing, actually picking up the phone and calling people. That's kind of a lost art. So we have questions and tools to help you in the documentation to help you decide if telemarketing is the right choice for you. Okay, email marketing. Email marketing is a great tool, but it doesn't fit for a lot of businesses. Okay, email marketing just doesn't fit. One example is your demographic that you're going after, over 65, a senior citizen. They're probably not checking email. Now, that is changing as the times are changing, but that's just one example. Okay, so email marketing. Another thing is online events. So like webinars and online seminars and online training, like this is an online event, online training. Does that fit for your client type? Okay, and again, we have questions to help you decide that. Next, offline events, live events, trade shows, seminars, workshops, those types of things. Does that fit for your specific client type? And consider that. And if it does, start to incorporate that into your marketing tools. Next, we have direct mail, so actual sending mail to somebody's house. Okay, that works wonders, works great. You get coupons in the mail and the Val packs and those types of things, and they just flat out work. Now, it doesn't fit for every business, so you need to consider that if it fits for your business. Okay, Nick, for example, Nick, has a business in the oil industry. He's probably not sending a whole lot of coupons out for his business. Just doesn't make sense. Direct mail doesn't make sense. His business more relationship selling, so direct sales just doesn't make sense. But you need to be aware of this, because maybe in your business you have two different client types, one where it does make sense and one where it doesn't. Okay. Next, we have trade journals. So are there magazines or journals out there where your client type is reading and gleaning information from? Okay, so look around, look at the trade journals that are out there, look at the magazines that are out there, look to write advertorials and articles for these magazines. Okay. The 11th marketing medium for you is broadcast advertising. So this is your TV and radio. Other broadcast would be, maybe signs and billboards out there. Those would be broadcast or mass media, if you will. Now, mass media is great, works awesome. We've used it for tons of clients, made lots of money using broadcast media. But for other client types and other solutions and other businesses, just doesn't make sense, okay? Because the mass consumer base doesn't really care about your product or service. So it doesn't make sense to run a TV commercial. Okay? But again, we have questions to help you identify if these are the right mediums to use. Finally, and this is, I would say, the most important, and this is probably the only universal marketing medium that applies to every business, every product, every service on the entire planet, and this marketing medium is called a joint venture. And a joint venture means identifying other businesses that exist that have the same client type as you, but not competing products, so you can go after them. So you can share the burden of marketing costs, but joint market to them. Okay, so maybe you can market their services to your current clients, and they can market your services to their current clients. I think I said that the right way. You're basically exchanging marketing assistance, and it's a joint venture. And this applies universally. Okay, so look at your products and services and solutions that you have, and identify, are there complementary businesses out there that sell to the same people you're selling to, but not selling the same product. I'll give you a good example of this. We had a client who was a jeweler, and we had a client who was insurance. And when you think about those two, they're not competing, but it was a perfect joint venture. Okay, so we had the insurance company identify to their clients that they have a huge client list, and they mailed out an event that the jeweler was having. And the jeweler did the same thing to their client list, advertising the insurance. So people who buy jewelry need insurance. People who buy insurance, more than likely have some sort of jewelry, whether it's watches or rings or necklaces or what have you, just come in for a cleaning. Okay, so there's a joint venture where both parties can benefit. They're targeting the same client type, but they're non-competing products. Okay, so identify those joint venture people that are out there that you know. And I would suspect you actually know some of them already personally that you can team up for a win-win scenario. Okay, so this is remember, this is the marketing campaign, marketing plan section. Part of a marketing plan is coming up with a campaign, is saying that we're going to go after, in these 5 marketing mediums, we're going to target these 5 marketing mediums. It's going to cost this amount of money, and we're going to have this call to action. We want the consumer to do X, Y, or Z. Go to our website, come to our store location, call us on the phone, whatever that happens to be. Okay, so download the documentation and go through it, answer the questions, and create your marketing plan. Thank you.